Welcome to my video. Today's video is going to focus specifically on freelancers because I am going to talk about my journey of how I make between 30 to 50,000 rupees every single month through freelancing, through content creation, through business coaching. This video will help you understand how to make money. This will also tell you the things that I am doing actually, that is money making activities, and how I am working on myself to create a brand and ultimately be able to focus and earn a lot more money. If this is possible, I'd probably like to go solo, become a solopreneur, have a business of my own that makes me a certain amount of money, which gives me comfort and luxury, also gives me the luxury of time and location so that I can work from anywhere and I have more time to spend with friends, family, and my dogs. But before we do any of this, let me tell you one thing. I have been freelancing on and off for the last 12 years, which means I have a lot of base or lot of experience in failures which you might take some time to. So when you're going through this video, don't look at it like I have just started off and if I'm achieving all of this right now. While I can discount a lot of these years where I was not actively freelancing, at least the last 3 to 4 years I have been focusing or practicing my craft. I have been focusing on getting more leads. I have been focusing on polishing my skills so that I can charge a premium. So having said all of that, I started freelancing in about 2011 2012 when I was in my college and I created a website. And once I started doing that, I was enjoying it until 2023 November, which is about like 8 9 months back. I was not enjoying website design because design, especially for social media graphics, website, etc., was being very subjective. And I found, or I felt like a lot of clients, I was facing all of these issues that, if I'm recommending something, they're not taking it, or if they are saying something, I might not agree with it. So I started getting burnt out, and by November 2023 I gave up on freelancing, content creation, and business coaching. So all of what I have, the business models, etc., is the last 8 to 9 months. So this is what I was talking about. The experience is there for the last 12 years, but the business that I am building is about 8 9 months old. So I will divide, as of now, from content creation on YouTube, Instagram, or any social media channel, I earn 0 rupees. I don't earn any single thing. That is, I hope for this to become a larger chunk in the next 1 to 5 years. I want this to become one of my primary sources of income, where from YouTube content creation and from Instagram content creation I make money, or from brand deals, etc., whatever comes from a decent amount of followership, right? That is something that I am currently at zero. The next thing is that I earn 50% of my money through coaching and the remaining 50% of my money through freelancing. So whatever amount that I make usually every single month, 50% of it is my freelancing thing and the 50% of it is coaching. I will come to each one of it. So coaching, largely two types of coaching I do. I work with a Hustle Post Academy as their support coach, and I help people. I do sessions every week. I try and answer some questions, challenges that people might be facing. So this is again like a mini job that I do. That this is like a role where I dedicate certain hours of my week to coaching, and this is the larger part of, like, the 50% that I have spoken about. Let's simplify it. Out of 100 rupees, if I'm making 50 rupees through coaching, at least 80 to 90% of it is the money I make through this. The remaining money that I make through coaching is getting one-off requests from people who want to be freelancers, who want to get like one-on-one consulting, etc., or who want to try out, like, smaller sessions with me. So all of that, but that is not very very regular. That happens maybe once a month or once in 2 months, etc., because I've not been actively promoting my consulting or coaching services since October November. So that is that. Business coaching, a large chunk of it comes from the HPA coaching, plus a smaller chunk between 10 to 20% comes from one-off coaching and consulting that I do with clients. Moving on to the freelancing side of it, until October November of last year I was focusing on social media management as my social media management and website design as my core skill. I gave up all of that. While I am a social media brand manager at my job, I gave up all of that because it was becoming very cumbersome, tiring for me, and I was getting burnt out. So what I started doing is that I started picking up a skill. In November 2023, I started picking up writing as a skill. So writing is something that I have been enjoying doing in the last 8 to 9 months. I have been developing my skills in both short form script writing and long form content writing as well. But I personally have found a sweet spot in social media posts and scripts, because a lot of people in the senior leadership, a lot of people need content writing as services, a lot of companies need blogs, etc., smaller posts, blogs, etc. Since I have an experience in social media, I understand how to create content or write content that can get views for people or that can establish them as a thought leader. So I am tending to incline towards shorter form content. It can also be because we as a generation are so used to instant gratification that writing a long 1,000 words article might be difficult for me just because of the amount of patience that it requires, right? So I would say that about 70 to 80% of the money in my 50 rupees that I earn from freelancing comes from short form content. I write scripts for YouTube, I write social media posts for Instagram, LinkedIn, etc. And any other thing, newsletters, email newsletters, etc., that come my way. Some of them I am trying to put on a retainer basis so that I keep getting that money every single day. Remaining part of it comes of a like one-off projects. But since I have been actively promoting this or actively looking for clients, etc., I am getting a lot of these projects very often on. The next thing that the remaining part is the long form article. Long form articles are extremely high paying, right? If you're a great writer, you can charge 5, 10, 15 rupees per word for, like, white papers, thought leaderships, and this is the beginning. I'm telling you, in the first few years itself of starting off. So right now, I think I was pricing myself very low at about 1.5, 2 rupees because per word, because I did not feel confident enough. I recently increased it to 5 rupees directly from, I think, 1.5 rupees, because I find the quality of my content going up. So in that case, I found myself very comfortable asking for a price that justifies what I'm going to be doing for you. And I have gotten lesser projects of that, like that is, I think, once a month I am getting at the most. Also, considering I have a job, so I don't have a lot of time to do this. The coaching takes at least an hour and a half per day, and I dedicate 1 hour per day to content creation also. Apart from that, content writing gets about one and a half. So I am spending roughly 4 to 5 hours apart from my job in trying to, like, build up the business, build up my freelancing thing. I do get burnt out, right? I am overall spending maybe 14, 15 hours, which is, so some of it is an overlap, like while I'm trying driving, I'm listening to something that I can use, or during some breaks I handle something that could have been done later on. So overall, I think I get about 14, 15 hours of work done, which I really want to reduce it to about 9, 10 hours in the beginning, and then lesser if possible, so that I can spend more time with my family. So 50% of the money is coaching, 50% of it freelancing. In that also, I split it out on how I am making money. So now the goal going forward is that each of these things become, so I want content writing to be 50% of the money, I want coaching to be 25%, and 25% of it to be money that I make from social media. Anything, it could be growing my followers, selling a product, it could be ad brand deals, it could be money I make off of YouTube, anything like that, 25%. So that is the breakup that I am aiming for. Hopefully, the goal that I can do for myself in 1 year, 365 days, is it will be by the end of December 2024. But realistically, I think it will be about April, May of 2025, is to start making 1 lakh per month. When I start making 1 lakh per month, I'll be closer to my goal of having enough money for my expenses, still being able to save enough for like a emergency fund, not enough as my job or salary, of course, but with so much time I can decide to, how much money I need to earn versus how much time I want to spend. So I want to do that trade off. So the goal in the next 1 year is to be able to earn 1 lakh per month, and 2 year goal is to make it to about 2.5 lakhs per month. So I'm putting it out so that this stays as like an accountability thing for me on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching my video. Like I keep saying, please subscribe to this video because I am aiming to bring out a lot of real content around freelancing, video content creation, starting a business online from my experiences as well as the research that I put in, plus the experiences that I get to learn from my clients. So all of them are actually lived experiences that I am sharing. So subscribe to my channel. Please hit the bell icon so that you can get an update of every video, and I'd love it if you can like this video.